Esther Anyen Okenyuri.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to support this motion. In fact, it's very timely. As a young legislator, I now will be having time to take to account the respective cabinet secretaries on what they have budgeted for young people, women in this country, because they have budget lines that they have to state here. We will also have real-time answers. As it is now, chairs of committees can only report what the cabinet secretaries have written to them. And as we all know, they generally view the Senate as any other ordinary body they'll appear to. So at times they opt to just write very short responses, which you might have limited time to query. But in appearing in this house where every other senator is, then there will be more transparency, then there is time to even question on real time. They'll be going on Hansard, so they won't be just be mere pronouncements to suit the interest of few people. Madam Speaker, this is also a good opportunity, and I want to commend the President who, among the campaign promises he made, was to have cabinet secretaries appear in this house. That is quite progressive in promoting open governance. Young people from various parts of this country, women and any other ordinary citizens will have an opportunity to see if whoever is holding a particular docket is actually capturing their interest. Are they competent people? Just like Senator Mungatana said, you're not going to rely on shorthand notes given by technical persons. You should be having knowledge on your area of interest. So, Madam Speaker, such a motion I support in full, because like me, who took quite some time learning the ropes in this house, having been a late entrant, will have more time to also push my issues that are concerning young people, women, and generally disadvantaged persons in this country. So I support this motion, and I want to give, not a warning, but I want to alert the cabinet secretaries who will be responding here. Most of them have not been picking phone calls. I do not understand, because at times you're not calling them to ask for any favors, but in this house there will be no chance of giving excuses that you're either out of the country. Once you appear here, we exhaust all our questions. You give your responses, you state what you've captured for the young people, for the women, and for any other special interest groups we have in this country. So I want to support this motion and urge my colleague, Senator Eddy. Eddy, you're a young person like me, and you need to support this, because it will give Senator Eddy, you are a young person like I am, and I know the young people from Migori will be looking forward to seeing how you take to account the cabinet secretaries.
Just pause there, Senator Essy.
Okay.
What's your point of order, Senator Eddy?
Madam Speaker, is it in order?
And you cite the standing order you're relying on.
Yeah, Madam Speaker, you know, standing order number 121, 122, 123 applies. Is it in order for Senator Essy to address Senator Eddy Okech in this house and not the chair? Because the standing orders are very clear that if you're going to address the house, they address through the chair. And Madam Speaker, the reason why I'm raising this is very important. When we say we are going to have strangers in the house, and let's say a stranger addresses me the way Essy addresses me, or the stranger is out of order, or the stranger that is called a CS abuses me, or the stranger does anything that is out of order, Madam Speaker, which standing order will you use to take a stranger out of this house, or to command the sergeant at arms to take action on any stranger? This is why we are saying that this is a very big problem, Madam Speaker, that we are entertaining.
Senator Eddy. Honorable Senator Essy.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Address Senator Eddy through
And
the
Senator
chair.
Eddy, Madam Speaker, should also actually be very welcoming that I can actually recognize him as one of the few young senators we have in this house making meaningful contributions. So Senator Eddy, I want to implore you to support this move because the good people of Migori County...
Address Senator Eddy through the chair.
Yes, Madam Chair, Madam Speaker, I would like to implore Senator Eddy to embrace this move because the young people of Migori County are going to have an opportunity to also see how their good senator is getting real-time responses on their issues. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Moshoshe.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to oppose this motion that calls for changing of standing orders to include Wednesdays, number 1, as part of our calendar. Number 2, inviting cabinet secretaries to come and contribute or be part of this house. Madam Speaker, for starters, I want to recognize the fact that from my experience from the last parliament, it has been extremely difficult to get some of the CSs to come and answer to statements and petitions from members. However, Madam Speaker, because of that difficulty, we tried to amend this constitution through BBI, but it went the way it went. Now, Madam Speaker, what we're trying to do now is to amend the constitution through the back door, through amending the standing orders. Madam Speaker, being the lawyer you are, we are a presidential system.